Alright, so the question is, how far back do I want to go? I'm quite inclined to go back to... I mean, there aren't any choices or things to do before we get to the Yeti. So I'm inclined to restart the book. Oh, did that erase my bookmarks? God damn it. I was just going through the options menu, and there's an option here for Turkish Delight. I have no idea what that does, but I'm gonna turn it on, I guess. I'm also going to drop the font size. I don't need it to be quite so big. Alright, since we have to start over, back on Adventurer, let's roll our stamina. Ooh, that's not too good. And our skill. How about no? How about no? That's better. Alright, very good. Now this time I'm going to take a fortune potion, as it seems that luck plays a very large role in this. Now we shall cross the ice bridge. Sometimes lucky. We then have to fight ourselves the snow wolves. Something that I figured out that you can do is if you click again, the dice will jump. I'm not quite sure if that fudges the dice in any way. I don't know. I'd like to think that it's still as random as it was before. I'll stop tossing. Right. Eat them off. Dig the shelter. Go into the hut. Eat some food. Take the weapons. Still alive. And we get to fight. Ooh, yep, do that. Roll a die. 6. And we add our first bookmark. Now this time round, I'm going to try my best to defeat most of the things I come across, and try and go down some of the ways that we didn't go previously. This is where having the map was quite useful in Forest of Doom, because unless I keep my own map, I'm going to have no idea where I've been or not. We win. He tells us his sob story. We have the avalanche, which I am very lucky. Alright. So, T-junction. Turning right was fine anyway. Drinking the liquid was good. Then we go down the main tunnel. So that is the correct way to go. I would like to attempt to take down the elf, but I will bookmark it first. 395. As you draw your sword, the mountain elf lets out a shrill battle cry, pulls back his cloak, and grips his sword. Let us go. Alright. He's about as strong as a goblin. That's surprising. I would expect an elf to be... The mountain elf stamina falls to 2, turn to 305. The wounded mountain elf calls out for mercy. Very well, I shall show him mercy. This once. The elf slumps onto the floor and pulls back his hood. You see a metal collar around his neck, glowing in the semi-darkness. Obedience collar, he stammers in pain. Makes us do whatever she wishes. If I die, it will lose its energy, but she will know and send others to investigate. Elves. Even we mountain elves would not serve that vile witch of our own free will. Kill her and free us. I bear you no grudge for attacking me, for you knew no better. Take my cloak to disguise yourself and follow this tunnel to where it branches. Take the right-hand fork. Now I must rest. You put the elf's cloak around your shoulders and make him as comfortable as you can. You shake his hand and run off down the tunnel. Ooh, attacking someone really worked out quite well. So he's saying take the right-hand fork. You arrive at the fork in the tunnel that Mantonov mentioned, deciding to take his advice to the tunnel to your right. Okay, you don't even get a choice in the matter. Oh, but we skipped the goblin encounter, which is interesting. So we don't get any daggers. Let's add a bookmark here. We will enter the kitchen. So you draw your sword, the gnome yells an order to the dull-witted Neanderthal, telling him to kill you. The Neanderthal grunts and stands up, pushing the table away from him. He picks up a carving knife and a stool as a shield and lumbers forward to attack. Then, okay, yeah, this place is full of luck tests. The creatures aren't actually that dangerous. Yeti and ancient dragon aside. The gnome does not want to end up like the Neanderthal and runs out of the cave shouting for help. If you wish to search through the cupboards and risk the gnome returning with reinforcements, turn to 194. If you'd rather leave the cave immediately, turning to the left of the tunnel, turn 198. Let's have a look around. The cupboards are full of pots, pans, bowls, and spoons. One cupboard is locked, and you have to prise it open with your sword. It contains the gnome's personal possessions. A silver flute, a rune-carved wooden stick. Wow, really? The gnome has the item that you require to slay the Snow Witch. That's incredible. With blue and yellow hoops, an old withered rose, and an old leather-bound book entitled The Secrets of Toads. Well, I want the stick, so I shall go with this one. Your knowledge of runes is limited, and you put the stick in your backpack, hoping to decipher it later. If you've not done so already, you may. I guess the more of these you do, the more likely they are to return with reinforcements. But I'm fine with fighting stuff. I don't think I've taken too much damage, have I? No, I'm still good. Blow the flute. You blow into the flute and a jolly tune comes from it without your having to play a note. You decide to put the magic flute in your backpack. Cool. I will smell the rose. It's probably not a good thing. Despite being withered, the rose smells fresh and fragrant. As you inhale, you feel as though you are breathing new life into your lungs. You gain 3 stamina points. Really? Huh. Read the book. Flicking up the clasp which keeps the book shut, a tiny hidden needle grazes your tip and to trap unwary. But there is a poison on its tip to trap unwary thieves. You lose 4 stamina points. The gnome's other possessions remain in the cupboard, but do you dare examine them? Well, I guess we can open the book now, right? There's no writing in the book, just a recess cut in the pages which holds a talisman on a golden chain. The talisman is a jade frog. If I wish to put it around my neck, turn to 327. Well, I don't have much of a choice, I guess. You are now wearing an amulet of courage. You may gain 2 skill points. Holy moly, pig and a poly. Damn. Oh, I guess it hasn't applied yet. Unless it only shows... It probably only shows up in combat. My provisions are now Turkish delights. That's what it does. I'll just eat one of those. Yeah. We shall leave the cave. Okay, so we're back to the chanting doohickeys. We are wearing a cloak. You pedal down the hood of your cloak as far as possible and walk toward the exit on your right. Okay, so regardless of... You always go to the right regardless. Sometimes lucky. Thank you. None of the worshippers suspect that you are an intruder, and you are able to walk through their temple without trouble into the other tunnel. The tunnel ends at a T-junction. To your left you hear cries for help. So we shall go and help the dwarf. Alright, which brings us back to this guy. Thank you. Actually, is this dialogue the same? Blah blah blah. Now, do we want to try and use this flute? Because I know how to break him, which gets me the genie. Let's add a bookmark. Let's try and do this. The man nods his head and tells you to follow him. He walks toward the left-hand exit and points down the tunnel, telling you that the Snow Witch's chamber is at the end. Cool. As soon as you step into the tunnel, an iron grill drops down behind you, barring your retreat. The man laughs out loud and says, "You are foolish to think you could trick me so easily when all the world can see you are not wearing your obedience collar. Now, intruder, you are trapped. There's nothing you can do but find out what lies at the end of the tunnel." I do not possess the key. I wonder where that key is. Because so far, I think if I hadn't spared the elf, maybe you get to go down a side passage. But no, I don't possess a key, so we'll go back. I guess it's this one. And we will swing our sword our actually, let's just do that one and then attack him anyway. Okay, it's exactly the same. Here's the one on the right. And we will smash his prism. Alright, add bookmark. I want to see what's in the tunnel to the right. And I have enough luck that Oh, I have no daggers! Ah, no. Forgot about that. So, in order to get down there, you have to fight the goblins. That's a shame. Alright, well, we'll go through the Skullmouth. Frost Giant. Let's attack the Frost Giant this time. The Frost Giant has not yet noticed you. His face is creased as he concentrates on his task, oblivious to anything around him. We have a sling, so let's David and Goliath this bastard. You place an iron ball in the sling and twirl it around your head before releasing it at the Frost Giant. We pass the skill test. The iron ball flies through the air and hits the Frost Giant on the temple. His huge frame crumples to the floor like a house of cards. The wooden chest he was lifting breaks open, spilling its contents. You find 3 ornate rings and a cracked bottle which emits a sweet, scented odour. Sure, let's put on the rings. Having rubbed the bottle and sniffed your fingers, you decide that it is only perfume inside. You examine the 3 rings and decide which one to put on your finger. Gold, silver, or copper. Now, let me try and remember. The gold and silver rings, I believe, were for the dragon, or was that gold and copper? I know each of the rings did crop up. Let's... I'm trying to remember. I'm going to go with copper. You are now wearing a magic ring which has the power to summon a warrior to your aid once only. You gain 1 luck point. Not done already? Oh, okay, so I can put on the other rings as well. Let's put on the gold ring. You're now wearing a magic ring which will freezing cold. You gain 1 luck point. Silver ring, huh? Okay, this is pushing my luck. Let's find out. Trying all 3 of the rings. Drains your life force. Roll 2 dice. The total will be deducted from your stamina score. Ouch! You pull the cursed ring off your finger and crush it beneath your foot. Unfortunately, not before you lose skill points. That's not so bad. Alright. Walk through to the next tunnel, but first we will chomp down like so. Alright, Crystal Warrior, we have the Warhammer. Let's bludgeon him into the ground. Fight on. Man, that skill penalty really hurts. Actually, the fight was quite close last time, wasn't it? Since I have so much luck, I may as well try and do as much damage as I can to him. Wait, why did I do that? Why did I toss the dice? Yeah, elite hacksaw skills, friends. This isn't going so well this time. Oops. Damn it, I didn't toss the dice in time. Well, on the flip side, we can go back to, is it here? Nope. Is it here? Here we are. Let's not put the silver ring on. Alright, Crystal Warrior. Now let's see how well you do. I'm at full strength. Probably shouldn't be draining my luck like this. Take him down nice and easy from here. Nice and easy. There we go. I believe right was to the storeroom. Yes, there we are. Knock on the door. Smack this zombie in its face. Bada bing. Bada boom. Bada zoom. We win. Okay, so we want the myrtle horn. We want the garlic. I have no idea about the other three. They're probably just decoys. But I'll take the box of teeth because that's what I took last time. Now, we could just stop the whole rat thing right here. But I'm interested to see what the rings... Oh, no, I don't even have that choice. Okay. Okay, we're back here. There's the Snow Witch with her beautiful running mascara and her pointy teeth. She's so happy to see us. Let's go ahead and douse her in garlic. And then use our carved runed stick. Taking the stick from your backpack, you thrust it at the heart of the Snow Witch. You try to stake her. Our skill is 10 or less. Really? Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, fair enough. The Snow Witch manages to overcome her fear of garlic and knocks the stick out of your hand. Her gaze is powerful, and you hear a voice in your mind telling you to drop the garlic and loosen your collar. Roll 2 dice. If total is the same or less than your skill score, or greater than your skill score. Alright, that's good. We passed the check. You manage to keep control of your mind and pick up the stick again. This time you thrust it at the Snow Witch's heart with even more determination. Ding dong, the Snow Witch is dead. Yeah, that seemed vaguely easy. The stake pierces the Snow Witch's heart, and her death wail makes you shudder. She starts to decompose, and soon all that is left is a pile of dust on the floor. You see a vague shape in the wall of ice at the end of the chamber, and decide to investigate. Whoa, hello. You see frozen into the ice wall the Lich King Arthas, an ornate trunk open and filled with golden jewels. You hack away at the ice until you reach the trunk. A golden idol is the first thing you pick up, but suddenly it bursts out of your hands and changes into a golden warrior, a sentinel left to guard the treasure. We must fight. Look at this thing. That is some crazily ornate armor. I love it. Okay, this thing's not too bad. This thing's not too bad at all. We have the edge on it. So as long as I keep rolling like this, we're gonna be okay. Wow, Sentinel, you suck. The Guardian of the Snow Witch's treasure is dead, and you are free to help yourself to her riches, although there is a limit to how much you can carry. Pieces, and you count 600 in all. However, for each 150 you take, you'll have to remove one item from your backpack and leave it behind. Do we have to go all the way back out again? I figured the Snow Witch would be the end. This is like the halfway mark? I think we have enough adventure sheet. We can drop this. We don't need the rune stick anymore. We probably don't need the magic flute anymore. We can drop the garlic, and we can probably drop the box of teeth, frankly. Amulet of Courage isn't actually doing anything for me. Let's take it all. I take it all. Which item will I choose? Aw, come on. Well, let's... We've used the Warhammer already. We'll drop an iron ball. Wait, do I still have 3 iron balls? Cool. Just as you finish filling your backpack, you hear the sound of running feet coming down the tunnel towards the chamber. You stand up and draw your sword, wondering if you can survive much more hard combat. That's a good point, actually. 17 out of 21. We're just fine. May as well eat one of these. Excuse me. 2 men suddenly appear at the door, a dwarf and an elf, but they do not look as though they are about to attack you. They're the ones we saved earlier, I think. They are smiling broadly, and they both try to speak at once, the elf finally taking command. You have killed her. We are free. We will soon be able to take off our obedience collars. Now we wish to repay you, friend, by helping you escape. You cannot leave the caverns by the way you came, because the Snow Witch's followers are waiting for you, and the tunnels are alive with goblins. Our fellow elves and dwarves are battling against them now to give you time to flee. We must waste no more time. Neat, we've got ourselves an escape dramatic against the timer, going through the tunnel with liquid snake butt. No, wait. To your surprise, the elf walks straight toward the cavern wall opposite the door, and appears to pass right through it. Another one of the Snow Witch's illusions, comments the dwarf, an escape route she never got the chance to use. The trouble is, we've never used it either. The dwarf laughs to himself and walks toward the wall, you following behind. Walking through the illusion, you find yourself in a narrow torchlit tunnel, which you walk down in single file. It soon ends at a junction, and you discuss which way to turn. Well, I've said it once, I'll say it again, the right-hand path is the path of justice. As you walk along, the elf introduces himself. My name is Red Swift, and he is known as Stub, he says. Because of course the dwarf is known as Stub. Racist! Slaves in the service of the vile Snow Witch. We both now hope to return to our villages. I live in the Moonstone Hills, and Stub comes from the Stonebridge. If we manage to escape from these infernal caverns, you are more than welcome to come and stay with us. Stonebridge is on the way to my village in the hills. It's also a long way off. Just as Red Swift is about to continue, you notice something strange about the floor and tell them to look down. There are 2 pairs of parallel footsteps running down the tunnel for approximately 20 meters. One pair is painted white, the other is painted black. You wonder why they are there, but cannot come up with an answer. Will I walk on the white, black, or between the footprints? Well, we're supposed to be bewaring the white stuff, right? I mean, I know that's beware the white rat, but... Parallel footsteps, 20 meters, 1 white, 1 black. I am inclined to walk on black. As soon as you step on the black footprints, you feel a strange sensation. Your whole body starts to vibrate, and your legs feel so weak that you think you are about to collapse. You press on resolutely, but when you step past the final footprint, you still feel as though your body has been drained of some of its strength. You lose 1 skill point and 3 stamina. Whoops. Cursing the Betwitched Caverns, you press on down the tunnel. Should have gone for white, because I have that ring that stops cold, I guess. The tunnel soon turns sharply left. As you turn the corner, you see something on the floor, sparkling in the dim light. You bend down and pick up a circular metal disc. Hoping that it might be useful, you put it in your pocket. It's not long before the tunnel turns sharply left again, and you soon arrive at a junction. After some discussion, you turn right, rather than continue straight on. Placed against the left-hand wall of the tunnel, you see a large iron casket with a brass handle in the shape of a serpent. No one volunteers to open the casket, so you decide to draw lots. I'll do it. I'd volunteer to do it. Unfortunately, you drew the short... That's not unfortunate. I want to do it. As soon as you touch the casket's handle, it comes to life. An asp wraps itself around your hand, and before you can shake it off, it sinks its poisonous fangs into your wrist. The deadly bite causes you to lose 4 stamina points and 1 skill point. Man, this escape is very, very dangerous. The tunnel soon ends at a T-junction. Stepping into the cross passage, you almost bump into a primitive-looking man wearing furs and carrying a large stone club. He is a caveman, because Neanderthal was not available. You draw your sword and tell Redswift and Stubb to head quickly down the right-hand tunnel while you deal with the caveman. That's no problem. I'm quite happy to take care of this bastard. We are equally skilled, but I apparently have the dice. Yes, I do. Nope, keep fighting. Yeah, kill this bastard. Oh, he got me. But not this time. The pouch on the caveman's belt contains a star-shaped metal disc which you decide to put in your backpack. Not wishing to meet any more cavemen, you run along the tunnel and catch up with Redswift and Stubb. Whoa, it's an illithid. Holy crap, Mungle. The tunnel ends at a door which swings open before you even touch it. You look into a cavern, and are surprised to see Redswift and Stubb kneeling in submission to a horrible robed creature with an octopus-like head. 2 of its tentacles are wrapped around your friends' heads, and they are trapped by the hypnotic powers of the Brain Slayer. If you're wearing an ounce of courage, turn to 189. Thank goodness. Waste of brain. Deny him a meal. Damn strict. The Brain Slayer's disgusting tentacles flail frantically as it tries to draw you towards it. Fortunately, the amulet gives you the courage to resist its attempt to hypnotize you. You draw your sword to attack the foul creature. It releases Redswift and Stubb, who fall to the floor, clutching their heads in agony. We must fight. Whoa, this thing is skilled. Alright, I'm going to use my luck potion, so I'm just going to go ahead and just test my luck. Whenever I hit. God damn it. Alright, there's no more point trying to test my luck. There we go. A couple more good hits like that, and we'll be in business. That'll do. Let me just go ahead, plug that down, and chow down on a couple of those.